There have been a lot of questions about splitting a letter to make like a monogram tile, so I'm just going to show you how I do it. It's really easy. The first thing you need to do is you need to pick out a font and type your letter. I'm going to use Regal. I'm going to use a capital H for my name. Click on your selection tool. You need to make this bigger. Doesn't really matter what size right now. Just make it pretty much full screen. Then use your align buttons, your center ones right over here, and get that centered. Now you need to come to your basic shapes library and pick out a rectangle. Then you also need to make sure your keep proportions button is not checked, so you can make this whatever size you want. I'm just gonna draw it. It's up to you how wide you want it to be. Then I'm gonna center that. Okay, but I don't like where that's hitting, plus it's too wide, so I'm just gonna narrow it. You can just manually move it to where you want to split your letter. Once you have it in position, you're going to draw a box around both. You could also do edit select all. You're going to go to path. And I'm going to do back minus front. My letter is the back layer and my rectangle is the front. So I want to do back minus front. And there you go. It's split. Now you're going to want a bigger area to put a last name or whatever. And I could have made a bigger rectangle, but I still wanted to keep part of my H. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Object, Break Apart. But now I need to select the parts that I want to group. So I'm going to select all the upper portion, draw a box around it, go to Object, Group, and I can slide that up. And then I'm going, oops, I didn't get the bottom two. So Edit, Undo. I missed two of them if you could see that. We'll try it again. Okay, we'll do Object, Group. Hopefully that grabbed them. It did. Now we're going to do a box around the bottom. Do the same thing. Object, Group. Can move that down a little. And now we need to add the little rectangular piece along the bottom of this portion and the top of this portion. So go select your rectangle again. Uncheck your keep proportions. Now we want this one to be long and narrow. My cat is in front of my computer screen. Simba. Okay, so make it narrow. And then when you're happy with the size, use your align button to center that. Then you're going to do edit, copy, edit, paste in place because we want another one just the same. Then you can grab the arrow key there and you can just slide it down to the bottom one. You have to make sure it's overlapping a little bit. So now we can select the upper portions. We're going to do path union. Try the bottom. Path union. And that one worked. And that's all there is to it. You can adjust the space till you have the room that you want to put a name. I'm going to put, I think, our first names on this one. I want to use Brock Script. It's a nice fancy font. I have so many fonts. It's ridiculous. I need to get a font manager going. Okay, I'm going to type our names. I want to put this on a tile and hang it with some of our family pictures. I'm going to get the selection key. I'm going to center that. I think it can be a little bit bigger. Draw it bigger, drag it bigger. I can use my align button again. I can use my nudge arrows and bring it down a little bit lower. And because this is such a thin font, I'm going to hit my text key, highlight it, and I'm going to hit it bold to fatten it up a little bit. What you can also do if it's not thick enough is you can just select it and you can do a shadow. See how that's too fat, but you can adjust this down like to 0.2. But I liked just the bold was fine for me. I think it'll cut okay. Okay, then once you're happy with it, just draw a box around the entire thing. Object, Group. Oh, you know what I didn't do that I need to do? Let's ungroup it. You need to weld your word. There we go. Now I can group it. And now you can change the size. You can either just drag it or you can type in your width and your height over here. Thanks for watching.